So what we want to see is the water running off very fast and then leaves behind a perfectly circular individual water bubbles. That's how we know if the coating is working.
Hey everyone, you're with TESLATOM, and today I'm with Frank from Definitive Car Detailing. Hey Frank, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you for letting us work on your car.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Thanks for fitting us in. Now, obviously this is my Model S behind me. What issues can you see with my car today?
So with this Model S being in a darker color, we can see all of the usual things that happens on a darker color, especially that is a few years old. Things like swirl marks, some deeper scratches from being an everyday car with kids, some stains from tree saps, bug splatter on the front that hasn't been wiped off in time, which is everything that this car have is all normal. This car is definitely no worse than any other car. In fact, looking at the car now, I would say it's above average of other cars. Okay. You obviously wash it regularly. There's no major permanent stains like bird poop etchings, for example. That's a very difficult one. And overall, it's great, but as cars get used every day, a daily car, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's good to hear that I've tried to look after it.
Yeah.
It is a 5-year-old car. So what do you plan to do for the car today?
So what we're going to do today is, first, we are going to be doing an aggressive paint correction. So aggressive paint correction means we cut deeper into the paint to remove as much defects as possible, like swirls, like stains, for example. We are only going to do the aggressive paint correction on the key areas. This is to try not to overblow our costs and really keep our costs down for a maximum effectiveness that our eyes can easily see. So that is the bonnet, the top of the trunk, and also the top of the quarter panels, front and back. So you can see we got a little bit of sunlight now. These key areas are where the sun will hit on the car. For example, down here, yes, some customers do ask for aggressive paint correction down here, but a sun coming from the top, you never see the perfectness there unless you deliberately go down and look upwards. So we'll focus on the key areas. The rest of the car will do our regular medium paint correction to achieve a 40% reduction, which will be a very high quality result as it is the 40% reduction. Okay. And then we'll do the Onyx Graphene, which is a graphene coating. The benefit of the graphene coating is a very strong water repellency. Keeps the car cleaner for longer, even after driving in the rain, even driving through dust. A lot easier to wash and dry in the future. And the visual effect of this product is a bright, reflective mirror look, which will suit this dark color as well.
Fantastic. Yeah. You're right, because as an owner, the majority of the time I only see the defects on the bonnet and probably the top of the trunk. I don't really see the side issues. So I think for me, that's a good compromise on how to detail the car. Yeah.
Good thing about all Teslas is most of the top is glass, so we don't have to polish those.
Fantastic. And how long do you expect this to take today?
So we will complete in about 7 to 8 hours today. So drop off in the early morning and pick up in the later afternoon. We'll also be doing infrared curing at the end. So that means even if it's raining outside or if the car has to be parked outside straight away, there's no negative issues.
Okay, fantastic. Now you're in Lane Cove. I've got to go to work. Can you help me out here?
Oh yes, we have a free courtesy car for you to drive away with. Yes, certainly.
Fantastic, awesome. All right, Frank, we're looking forward to it, and I'll come back this afternoon to pick it up.
All right, thank you, Tom.
Awesome.
Many hours later.
Okay, so we're back at Frank's workshop at Definitive Car Detailing in Lane Cove. Frank, thanks so much for doing this for us.
Thank you, Tom.
Looks amazing. I've never seen my car look so good. What did you do for the car exactly today?
Yes, so we started with a full detail wash, followed by clay bar to remove any contaminants. Then we did the aggressive paint correction on the bonnet. and also the top of the rear trunk. This is where we had the most significant swirls, scratches, and tree sap staining. So that's how we are able to get this result. And then a medium paint correction for the rest of the car. The reason why we picked these two areas is these are also the key areas where our eyes will always see, being the biggest flat surfaces.
Yep.
Then the graphene shield of 2 layers followed by infrared curing. And this is the result we see.
Okay. And the whole process took about 7 hours?
7 to 8 hours,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
So we probably started about 8 or 9 today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about 9
and
o'clock.
now it's about 6.
6, yes. Okay, only came about half an hour ago, so yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Did you see any issues that you were concerned about for the car?
No. So like we said, when we looked at the car this morning, it's definitely not a bad paint condition for the age and just for being an everyday, daily driven car. So anything that you had is fairly typical of what a car of this age would have.
Yep.
Yes, so no major issues. Obviously, if it was a new car, then we wouldn't have to do perhaps the aggressive paint correction as such. Yes.
Yep. But for a 5-year-old car, it's
Oh yeah.
pretty reasonable.
Yes,
Yep.
very reasonable, definitely.
So what kind of precautions should I take now moving forward? Obviously, I learned how to wash the car properly with your workshop.
Yes.
Is there anything else I should be wary of moving forward?
Yes, so the key to maintain this high level of correction result in terms of swirls is to be careful when you wash the car. You know, the method that we showed from the workshop. Any way you wash the car does not remove or damage the coating per se. It's just that you'll get swirls from like hand car washes or perhaps machine car washes. So if you care about reducing the swirls in the future, then always wash by yourself and always wash with a good washing and drying technique.
Okay.
No more waxing or polishing in the future because that abrasive action is what will damage the product.
Okay.
We guarantee the product for life as long as you wash the car regularly and then come back once every 2 years for a deep clean. The deep clean is simply the clay bar again to remove any contaminants that may have stuck to the surface of the coating. When you come in for the deep clean, we check the coating using the water repellency effect. And if anywhere that has failed, we reapply at no cost.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's very good. Wow, that's very nice of you, Frank. That's very good.
Thank you. So a lot of customers say, oh, I want to put a wax in case the water repellency disappears. And then the answer is no, if it disappears, then come back. That's when we redo it. Yes.
Okay.
Don't put any product on top. The key to making sure coatings work well is to keep it as clean as possible.
Okay,
Yes.
brilliant. I'll definitely do that, take you up on that offer. That's very nice. So what can you offer our viewers who live in Sydney who are thinking about doing a graphene coating or similar?
Oh yes, certainly. So any viewers, if you like to do any of our packages, we can include the free coating to the wheels at no cost.
Oh, wonderful. So maybe they should quote TESLATOM when they come in and see
Yeah,
you? Okay.
yeah, sure. TESLATOM it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So quote TESLATOM when you come and see Frank. I'll leave the details in the video description below. And we're about to do a demonstration on the water repellency benefits of the graphene coating.
Yes. So water repellency, first is the feel, which Tom has already felt. This is a super slick feel.
Oh, it feels so good, seriously.
The other easily seen effect that we can have, because a lot of people do say, how do I know if the product works? How can I test it myself? Is the water repellency effect. And this product has a strong water repellency effect. And that is one of the ability of the product, also one of the criteria that we use to gauge if the coating is still working. So what we want to see is the water running off very fast and then leaves behind a perfectly circular individual water bubbles. That's how we know if the coating is working. Once the coating fails or degrades significantly, the water will be then more like a film, like a sheet of water rather than individual water bubbles. And this ability is what helps the car stay cleaner for longer. You can imagine if the car is dusty, a rain comes, the rain will naturally push the dust and the dirt off the car.
All right, Frank, well, I just want to thank you very much for working on my car today. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you, obviously, the last couple of days, and learning a lot about car care and detailing from you. I plan to bring back my my wife's Tesla Model 3, the red one, and we'll do another video about that as well, possibly in the next week or so.
Yeah, nice. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Frank. Take care, guys. Happy charging.